everybody. Welcome to the full moon in Gemini, which is exact, depending on where you're at in the world. This is a quick snapshot, by the way, on the 7th at 8:07 p.m. Pacific time, or on the 8th at 4:07 p.m. UK time. So quick snapshot. The backdrop here, a couple days before this full moon is exact, on the 3rd of December, we have Neptune going direct in the sign of Pisces. And this is cool because this means we've just come through a big season of retrograde, and there's only one more planet that will station direct. And January 27th, we have Uranus stationing direct. And after that, so momentum, full speed ahead is going to be the case by January 22nd. For right now, we're going to see things generally picking up speed. I apologize if you can hear that giant barking dog. I'm just going to go with it. And then the other thing that's before the full moon is we have Mercury in Sagittarius. Mercury, the planet of communication, retrograde in Sagittarius, the sign of new ideas. We're reviewing our energetic communications so that we can have some new realizations, squaring actions, challenges, break down to break through, things that come to light that we can shift. So Mercury in Sag is squaring Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter, the planet of expansion that rules Sagittarius, in the sign of Pisces. Pisces is the visionary. These gets the eyes almost utopian visions. And so this squaring action is really special because utopia is possible, is what is coming through for me around this full moon. And really this full moon, what came through so much in the podcast that I hope you check out the link below is quantum leap forward. Quantum leap in the sense that all those things that felt like heavy lifting, so many lunar cycles before, we're going to really get with this Gemini energy, the ability to shift instantaneously. So let's get to the full moon. Full moons are times of realizations. Gemini is the sign of the twins. Typically it's a sign known as a sign of duality. Gemini and its shadow side can be a little bit one thing then another, but what was really coming through for me with this full moon was this is the time when we're going to be able to instantaneously be super empowered to be vibrating one way, something that's frustrating, something that's not optimal for this utopian vision that is actually real. And Gemini is going to help us instantaneously just do a 180. And that's what's going to be supporting this quantum leap forward. So not only is it the Mercury in Sag square Jupiter in Pisces backdrop, but it is the full moon realization of Gemini of the full moon in Gemini, excuse me. The next aspect that's really relevant to this full moon is Luna is conjunct Mars at 16 degrees Gemini. This full moon is happening at 16 degrees Gemini. And Mars is retrograde right now. Planet of I am action. It's under review, as I mentioned. Gemini duality, showing us that anything is possible. Mars in Gemini is going to be squaring Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is really cool, the planet of illusion and delusion. So this is the planet of us remembering that everything is possible, that this 3D world that we think is so the way it is not, that anything really is possible. And Pisces is, again, that utopia, that oneness, that Pisces is all about peace and love. And this is what's going to lead us really to the sense that there is this infinite possibility coming through right now. So not only does Neptune square Mars, but Neptune is also squaring the sun in Sag and Luna in Gemini, and that's creating what's known as a T square. So this T square is going to remind us that, and I go into detail in this, but really it's going to be that these truths are ever unfolding, that we're going to have some realizations, and then we're going to always be having realizations. And for us to get used to this sense of flow, and realizations are what is going to support humanity in this quantum leap forward, in this rapid awakening. The final aspect here that that goes with the title of the podcast is that Luna is conjunct the Kuiper Belt object Altjira. And while Luna is at 16 degrees Gemini, Altjira is at 17 degrees. I talked about the numerology in the podcast, but it's very fortuitous. And Altjira is an Aboriginal term that alludes to the dream time. It's also alluding to their primordial creator spirit. And dreaming to that culture was so much more than what we think of dreaming. Dreaming was the the taking the time to vibrate, to connect, to connect to the eternal oneness. So if you'd like more information on that, I've got more information in my blog where I'm writing about it. And I hope that you can check out the podcast where you get to do a meditation about it. And also, if you haven't already joined my email list, I'm doing, with this full moon on the 7th, I'm offering a free healing circle where I'm an energy healer. I teach energy healing, and I just got the nudge to offer a safe space for us to come together with the intention of healing. All right. Bright blessings. So much love.